Uchuva is a fruit that catches the eye even before it offers its flavor. It sits like a tiny golden orb wrapped in a parchment-like husk, almost lantern-shaped, glowing quietly in its thin, papery cocoon. For many people encountering it for the first time, it looks too delicate to be real, something out of a botanical illustration rather than everyday life. Yet this small berry carries a history older than most modern crops, a flavor sharper than expected, and a cultural presence that still stretches across continents. For thousands of years, Uchuva grew wild in the highlands of the Andes. Before it had the English nickname, goldenberry, before global markets began labeling it as superfood, it was simply a fruit known to local communities, gathered in small woven baskets, eaten fresh or dried, and used as both nourishment and medicine. The Andes shape everything that grows within them: the altitude, the thin air, the intense sun. Plants that thrive there are not fragile, they are resilient. Uchuva is one of those quiet survivors. Inside its thin husk, the fruit develops its identity, a vibrant, glossy orange, smooth to the touch. Cutting into it releases a scent that blends citrus brightness with tropical sweetness. The taste is sharp, sweet, tangy, and slightly herbal, a complexity that is hard to categorize. Some say it resembles pineapple mixed with tomato, others say it tastes like mango kissed by lemon. No description truly contains it, because flavor is not a static property, it is experience shaped by context. In ancient Andean societies, Uchuva was more than a snack. It was used to soothe stomach issues, calm inflammation, and provide energy during long journeys. People did not need laboratory data to sense that this tiny fruit carried strength. They learned from repeated observation, from the rhythms of seasons, from paying attention to how plants affected the body. Today, modern science confirms what indigenous knowledge understood intuitively. Uchuva is dense with vitamin C, antioxidants, carotenoids, and bioactive compounds that interact with the immune system and metabolism. Yet Uchuva's story is not only biological, it is cultural. As Andean peoples traded, migrated, interacted, and adapted, the fruit traveled with them. It may not have had ceremonial symbolism like maize or coca, but it had presence. The act of peeling back its husk, consuming its bright interior, became tied to the everyday pulse of life in the highlands. A fruit does not need a ritual to matter, sometimes its meaning comes simply from familiarity, nourishment, and memory. When Europeans arrived in the Americas, they carried plants across oceans and continents, sometimes intentionally, sometimes accidentally. Uchuva slipped into global circulation gradually, but unlike crops optimized for long-distance trade, it remained something more regional, grown in gardens, small farms, and local markets. It appeared in Africa, Asia, parts of Europe, and islands in the Pacific. Despite its travels, it kept its husk, its size, its flavor, unchanged, unrefined by industrial uniformity. Today when you see Uchuva in a supermarket, it arrives in a clean plastic container, its husks intact, positioned neatly. But this presentation is recent. Uchuva is fundamentally a wild-leaning fruit, one that resists perfect domestication. Each berry is slightly different in size, hue, and firmness. And when the husk dries, it becomes almost paper-like, a natural packaging that predates human inventions by millennia. Taste Uchuva, and there is a moment where the sweetness hits first, followed by acidity rising like a spark. It's a flavor rhythm that feels both ancient and modern, reminding you that fruits are not merely food, they are evolution expressing itself through chemistry. The berry's bright orange color comes from carotenoids developed in response to the sun. Its tartness is shaped by altitude and soil acidity. Its husk evolved to protect against insects and dehydration. Every part of the fruit is a solution to an environmental pressure long forgotten. With the rise of wellness culture, Uchuva now appears in nutritional blogs, smoothie recipes, dried snack mixes, and high-end desserts. It gains new identities: superfood, antioxidant powerhouse, gourmet garnish. But beneath this modern branding lies the same fruit that once grew along mountain paths, shining like small suns against the green landscape. Its medicinal potential continues to attract attention. Some studies explore antiviral effects, others anti-inflammatory pathways or potential roles in metabolic health. These inquiries are not merely scientific curiosity, they are extensions of ancient knowledge, translated into graphs and data points. Still, the deeper meaning of Uchuva lies not in scientific claims or marketplace labels. It lies in the duality of the fruit, small yet powerful, delicate yet resilient, local yet global. It symbolizes how something can remain true to its origins even as it travels the world. Every time someone peels back its husk, they participate in a gesture unchanged for centuries. That moment, the reveal of the gold beneath the paper, is a reminder that nature has always produced complexity in simple forms. You don't need a laboratory or a cookbook to experience Uchuva. You only need curiosity. Food culture is often obsessed with novelty, but Uchuva is proof that what feels new is often very old. It carries the Andes within it, the altitude, the wind, the traditions, the landscapes carved by time. To taste it is to touch a fragment of that continuity. And that is the quiet power of Uchuva, small, bright, ancient, and enduring, glowing gently inside its fragile shell, waiting for someone to open it.